Estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. Uf, that was easy. Hola, mi nombre es Mariana y hoy estoy feliz. And today I'm feeling happy. ¿Tú cómo estás? How are you? ¿Estás buscando cómo se usa el verbo estar? Are you trying to find out how to use the Spanish verb estar? Pues estás en el lugar correcto. Well, you have come to the right place. In this Spring Spanish video, you'll learn how to conjugate the verb estar in the present tense. But more importantly, you'll learn how to use it properly without having to worry too much about grammar rules or conjugation tables. How come? Well, I will teach you chunks, which are word combinations that never ever change. I've used some chunks already, like estoy feliz, ¿cómo estás? And estás en el lugar correcto. This chunking method is very useful because it will allow you to speak Spanish in no time. ¿Suena interesante? Sounds interesting? Then let's get started. If you watch my video about the difference between ser and estar, you'll notice that both of them are the equivalent of the English verb to be, but they are used for different purposes. Basically, estar is used to respond to three different questions. Number one, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Which refers to feelings or emotions. Number two, ¿dónde estás? Where are you? Which refers to location. And number three, ¿qué haces? Or ¿qué estás haciendo? What are you doing or what are you up to? Which refers to someone's current activity. The common denominator is that a person's feelings, location, and current activity are all temporary. And here's where the difference with ser, the other equivalent in Spanish of the verb to be, lies. Ser is used to talk about permanent traits, while estar is used to talk about temporary ones. The verb estar is an irregular verb, which means that it doesn't follow a predictable pattern when conjugated. The downside of this is that basically you have to learn its conjugation by heart. But once you do, no tendrás que preocuparte por la conjugación nunca más. You won't have to worry about its conjugation ever again. Now, I promised there would be no grammar rules, and I meant it, because there's really no point in drilling conjugation tables. Instead, let's go over some chunks for you to learn how the verb estar works. If someone asks you, ¿cómo estás? You may respond, Estoy bien, gracias. I'm alright, thank you. We use estar because we are talking about feelings. If the other person wants to know your location, they will ask you, ¿Dónde estás? And you may tell them, Estoy en la oficina. I'm at the office. Since you are talking about your location, that's why you use estar. If the other person wants to know what you are doing, they may ask you, ¿Qué haces? Or ¿Qué estás haciendo? You may tell them, Estoy estudiando español. I'm learning Spanish. Since this is what you are currently doing, that's why you use estar. What's the pattern here? Yes, whenever you are talking about yourself, the conjugation of the verb estar in the present tense is always OY. These sentences will always be constructed the same way. So, to imprint them on your brain, you may prepare flashcards like this. On the front, question, ¿Cómo estás? Answer, blank, gracias. I'm alright, thank you. On the back, estoy bien, gracias. Now, what's the common denominator in the questions ¿Cómo estás? ¿Dónde estás? And ¿Qué estás haciendo? Yes, the word estás, which is the verb estar conjugated in the second person singular, tú, informal you. You may also use it in chunks like these. ¿Estás enojada? If you're talking to a woman. ¿Estás enojado? If you're talking to a man. Are you upset? ¿Estás en tu casa? Are you at home? ¿Estás estudiando español? Are you learning Spanish? Now, if you're talking to someone you're not very close to and you need to address them with deference and respect, you just need to take the S out and add the word usted, which is the formal version of you. Look. ¿Cómo está usted? How are you? ¿Dónde está usted? Where are you? ¿Usted está estudiando español? Are you learning Spanish? The exact same pattern is used when talking about your girlfriend or boyfriend, maybe. Ella está en la oficina. She's at the office. Él está enojado. He's upset. Ella está estudiando alemán. She's learning German. She could be learning German right now or currently. What happens if we want to talk about us, nosotras, or nosotros? Well, since estar ends with AR, the conjugation will always be as follows. Estamos sorprendidos. We are surprised. This is the feeling. That's why we use estar. Estamos en el cine. We are at the movie theater. Remember, estar is used to indicate location. Estamos comiendo. We are having lunch. What's the pattern here? Yes, the conjugation of the verb estar in the first person plural in the present tense will always be amos. The last two personal pronouns also share the same conjugation. So, depending on context, the following questions and statements may refer to either ustedes, plural you, or ellos or ellas, they. ¿Cómo están? How are you guys? Or how are they? ¿Dónde están? Where are you guys? Or where are they? ¿Qué están haciendo? What are you guys doing? Or what are they doing? How can you tell? Well, context is key. If you can't find your keys, for example, the question would be, ¿Dónde están mis llaves? And that would be a they, because I don't think anyone addresses their keys as, where are you guys? Hopefully, anyway. Let's go over what we learned, shall we? Something you should always bear in mind is that, unlike the verb ser, the verb estar is used to talk about temporary traits, such as feelings, emotions, mood, location, and whatever it is you're currently doing. Another thing you should not forget is that estar is an irregular verb, and that means that you have to learn its conjugation by heart. But you may do so using chunks. Now, let's practice the chunks we learned today so that you imprint the conjugation of the verb estar in actual context. Try to fill in the blanks and write your answers in the comment section below. ¿Cómo? Blank. How are you? Formal situation. ¿Dónde? Blank. Mis llaves. Where are my keys? Blank. Feliz. I'm happy. Blank. En el cine. We are at the movie theater. Él, blank, aprendiendo español. He's learning Spanish. ¿Qué, blank, haciendo? What are you doing? Informal situation. Ellas, blank, de viaje. they are traveling. Muy bien, ¿estás lista o listo para usar el verbo estar correctamente? You're more than ready to use the verb estar correctly. It's definitely not everything there is to learn about Spanish, so if you want to master this beautiful language, not only should you go ahead and watch all the videos on our channel, but you should also sign up to the free Spanish training on our website. By doing so, not only will you get free sample lessons, but you'll also discover the method we use at our Spring Spanish Academy to teach students to speak fluent Spanish. If you're interested, just click on the link in the description box below to sign up. Nos vemos! Until next time. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends.